The boat is suspended above the trailer by the crane with the straps, and the forklift is pulling the trailer out from underneath the boat. And then the trailer will be just moved next to the boat temporarily. This is the first time the boat's been off the trailer, and I was a little surprised to find that the bolts holding these boards, the bunks that the boat sits on, had corroded away to nothing, and it had been trailered halfway from Naples to Cape Canaveral and then loaded quite violently on a flatbed. That roller was rotten and collapsed and let the hull sit on the trailer, on the metal there. But there wasn't any significant damage. There is a small spot that I have to fix there, and I've got to sand off these barnacles. And the other boat didn't have these rubber shims next to the keel, so Doug had to go and help somebody with a gangplank. So I had a little bit of time. I started sanding off some of the barnacles while I was waiting. And Doug is back, and he is lowering the keel using the winch inside the boat that normally lowers the keel when it's in the water. And now the keel is down. We plan our strategy. Doug goes back in. He's already removed the bolt holding the keel, and he's raising the winch that normally raises and lowers it a little bit. The front is being held by that strap from the crane, and now he lowers the crane and the keel comes right out of the boat. Nothing like having a crane and some straps to make it look easy. Now there's just a little bit of rope through the hole that the bolt went through. That was used to drag the keel off to the side a little bit. It's still supported at the back by the cable from the boat, and the bolt for that is being removed now. Now the winch in the boat was lowered a bit more so the keel's on the ground, and then the bolt that holds it to that cable will be removed. And with that bolt out, now the keel is no longer attached to the boat at all. It's being held at the front by the crane with that rope through the eye where the pivot bolt had gone. And they're picking it up with the crane in order to drag it out from underneath the boat. I didn't time-lapse this, and they were very careful and slow and deliberate in their movements with it. Having a crane almost makes this look easy. That's 1,500 pounds of steel. So it would have been a real project for me to move it. I've time-lapsed this a bit. This is the welder's truck has come. He's going to sandblast the keel and paint it and then bring it back. And that's the crane operator that's guiding the keel, and the sandblasting guy is operating the crane. And they finally decide they're going to switch spots. Now the crane operator is operating the crane, and the sandblasting guy is watching out for his own truck. And there's Doug came to help out. Because I wasn't helping, I was filming. Now I can get rid of all these barnacles where the keel was, and these are the shims that were between the keel and the place where it went in the boat. And there's just a hole drilled through these. They were mud flaps from an 18-wheeler, and there's just a hole drilled through for the pivot bolt. And now I have scraped all the barnacles out of there and painted it. And I have painted the spots where it was resting on the trailer that I couldn't scrape barnacles and paint before. So now the bottom of my boat looks just like new. And this is the place that's been taking care of it. If you want to get a really good deal on boat work, don't go to a boat yard. Go to Able Oil of Brevard at 99 Dover Avenue. They've been really good to me and given me good prices.